Hi, I'm Derek Cooper, Australian PGA professional and director of instruction. I meet players who are often trying to get the ball up in the air too much, and they're trying to scoop the ball, and it results in some heavy shots, thin shots, but definitely not very solid shots, and overall their ball striking is fairly inconsistent. So today we're going to talk about how do we get away from scooping the ball, hitting the ball, and instead of that, hitting the ball more solid so you can hit the ball where you want it to go more often. So when I'm talking about scooping the ball, what I'm actually talking about is the club head goes past the hands, so we get the shaft leaning away from target at impact. So the club's reaching its lowest point before the ball, so sometimes we'll see the club hit the ground too early, or we'll see the club miss the ground and then catch the ball on the way up. The reason that we see that is that players don't continue to rotate their body. They come down, body stops rotating too soon, shoulders stop rotating, and then the club wants to work past like this. The key to getting away from that and hitting more solid shots is to make sure your lower body and then the chest keep rotating through the shot. So the sort of exercises I would do with players to help them work through that is I'd set up level, get them to set up level with a golf ball, and what we're going to do is we're just going to make a short swing here, and I want them to start turning the hips and then the chest, and I want them to keep turning all the way through with the intention to make sure that the club doesn't hit the ground over here, rather it hits the ground on the target side of the golf ball. So again, we're back here, turn the hips and chest, and I want to see the club hitting the ground left of the golf ball. Once they get that feeling, I then get them, instead of just going back and pausing, now I want you to go back, make that swing, but then turn the chest through again, making sure that the club bottoms out over here. Once you can do that with a little bit of consistency at that half swing speed, then you can start putting a golf ball there. Goal is to set up to the ball, make that half swing, and again turn through, and we want to see that divot on the target side of where the ball was. So one of the things that I will do with players to help them get a better appreciation and get some good feedback is I'll put a tee in the ground level with the golf ball, so that now they know once the ball's gone where it was, and they can then check their divot in relation to that. So again, we set up to the ball. We want to make sure that when we make that backswing and we're coming through, we've got to keep on turning all the way through so that I've got more weight on the left side. I can get my handle of the club much more to the left, thus hitting the ball first and then the ground, and that's going to give me much more solid shots. So if you're struggling with scooping the golf ball too much, as we said, it's due to a lack of body rotation. You want to make sure when you're here, let those hips turn first, let the chest then follow, and if you keep the body turning through, you will not scoop the ball anymore. So you want to get away, work on the range with that, start hitting the ball there. Once you can do it with one club, I then start mixing up the clubs a little bit and then start introducing other targets, because we're going to need to be able to do it with all clubs and all that to all targets when we get out on the golf course. If you've got any questions on today's lesson, please feel free to post them below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you'd like to work with me in person, I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to reach out to me and we can set something up. But also always keep in mind that better golf starts with better coaching.